Hello and welcome to BluePrism Advanced Tutorials. In the previous tutorial, we have learned how to create a new worksheet inside the workbook by using Create Worksheet action. Let's recap about that. If you see on my screen, I'm having Employee Workbook. Over there, by using Create Worksheet action, we have created a new worksheet by using BluePrism with the name of product. And after that, we have written the data inside the product worksheet by using write collection action. Right now, I'm having a new use case over here. I have to create a new workbook. Inside that, I want to write some data inside that. So how can I go ahead and do that by using MS Excel actions? Let's switch to Blue Prism Process Studio. If you see over here, what I am going to do, I'm going to drag and drop another action onto the canvas. First of all, we'll change the properties of this action. So what is our agenda over here? I need to create a new workbook and then I have to write the data inside that, and I want to save that workbook over here as part of this tutorial. That is my main agenda over here. How can I go ahead and do that? First step, we are going to create a new workbook. Go to business objects. There I'm going to select MS Excel, and the action over here I'm going to select create workbook. What it will do, it will create a new workbook with the name of book 1. If you see over here the inputs, I'm having handle. That handle that I'm going to give it from the data type numbers which we have already saved while at the time of creation of create instance. I'm going to say select the same value over here. Let me drag and drop this value inside the value over here for the name, for the handle. And if you go to the outputs, I want to create a new workbook. What is the workbook? It will come as a book 1. Where I want to store that value? I want to store that inside a value store in, that is, I will say new workbook. So that what it will do, it will create a new data item. Inside the text, you can see over here as new workbook. All right, let me click on OK. So by using this action, that is create workbook, we can create a workbook that will be in the temporary files only, but it won't store anywhere in any location of the disk on your computer. Okay, how can I go ahead and do that? Before that, let me rearrange these actions. So first I have created an instance. Now I'm going to open the workbook, and after that, by using get worksheet as collection action, that is the offset, I'm going to store the data in the offset data. Now after that, I'm going to create a new workbook, and inside the workbook I'm going to create a new worksheet, and then I'm going to write the data, and I will show you how it will looks like. Okay, let me rearrange them. Over here I'm not going to save that workbook which we are going to create it. Just I'm going to use create workbook only. All right. Now I want to make some changes over here inside the create worksheet, because of we are going to create a new workbook, right? So what is the workbook that we have? Inside the text, I'm having new workbook. I'm going to take that name over here, new workbook, and you can see over here worksheet name, I'm going to give it as product over here. All right. And over there, if you go to the right collection, I'm going to make some more changes over here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use workbook name over here as new workbook for the workbook name. And after that, the remaining things are as is. And I'm going to click on OK. Okay, now what it will do, it will go ahead and it will create the new workbook, and after that it will write the data by creating a new worksheet, and then it will write the data inside the new worksheet, and then it will close the workbook. All right, now we have created a workbook, but somewhere I have to save this newly created workbook. How can I go ahead and do that? There we are having save workbook as. So let me drag and drop another action onto the canvas. I'm going to change the properties over here. I'm going to select business object as MS Excel, and then I'm going to select the action to save the workbook. That is, save workbook as. There you can find a lot of options over here, lot of actions over here. First one, save current workbook as, save workbook, and save workbook as. I will explain you these things in the upcoming session, but right now save workbook as is nothing but if you have created a new workbook and you want to save it in the file location with the file name. In that case, you are going to use save workbook as. And if you see over here, the inputs over here, first one is the handle. I'm going to give the value and the workbook name, the new workbook which I'm going to give it, and the file name over here, I will give the path over here. I'm going to give the path over here in such a way where the employees has been stored, right? I will just give as over here as book 1. All right. And then I'm going to click on save. What it will do, it will save the newly created workbook in the location where we have given the path, and then it will save the entire worksheet as well as it will write the data. Now let me link that. Now we are ready with our process. So in this one, what we are going to learn how to create a new workbook and how to save that workbook in the particular file location. Now let me save the process by clicking on Ctrl S, and I'm going to give it as create workbook. And then I'm going to click on save changes. Now, if you see in my path, I don't have any Excel file with the name of book 1. Now, we'll see the output by running the process. Process execution started. And you can see it's created a workbook. It has created a new worksheet. It has written the data inside the new worksheet by using write collection. And after that, we have saved the workbook in the particular file path. And then we're going to close the workbook and we are going to close the instance. Let me show you the output right now in the location. Now, if you see over here, it has been created with the name of book 1, which we have given in the save workbook as, right? Let me open that to see the output. Now, if you see, I'm having a new worksheet over here with the name of product, and I'm having the data which we got it as part of get worksheet as collection offset, right? And then you can see the columns over here as column 0, column 1, column 2, and so on. And you can see the remaining data, it has been written over here by using write collection action. I hope you understand how to create a new workbook and how to save the workbook by using save workbook as action. Thank you for watching BluePrism tutorials. If you have any queries related to this concept, please post them in the comment section. I will see you in the next session. Till then, bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.